lovely day. I know I always say it, but the sun is out and I'm really happy. And today, guys, I want to do a video for you guys to give you the best top tricks and tips on how to care for your succulents and make sure they survive. Basically, these are guaranteed to work, so listen carefully. Bet you're wondering what it is that I'm going to tell you that could save your plants from death. Well, the number one killer of succulents, believe it or not, is overwatering. Yes, this is the number one that you guys really need to listen to. If you overwater your succulents, they will look like this. Now, this is recovered. This is in recovery. I did do a video on this, but I'm just showing you this as an example. I will put a picture of what this was like before, and this was left in the rain and overwatered, and it dropped all its leaves, and I thought there was no way that I could save it. But do you know how I saved it, guys? I saved it by taking it out of its soaking wet soil, putting it in clean soil that was dry, and I left it. I have not watered this at all for over 2 months. And you know what? It's got new leaves on it, it's happy, and it's not watered. And it's still firm. Look, I touch it and it's hard. It's not had water. It's just surviving on whatever water is in the air, basically. And this is one of the things that people don't realise. Succulents can go, and cacti, without water. You don't need to even touch the soil. You can actually leave a succulent until it tells you itself that it is like thirsty. This is another example of a underwatered succulent. This is an underwatered succulent. Now look at it. It's dry. You'd think it might be dead. No, it's not. This is alive. And I got this from someone, gave it to me, and I actually thought, you know what, this might not it might not revive because this plant wasn't watered at all. But I soaked it, and look, I don't know if you can see that, it's got new growth. So that's alive. I know it looks dry, I know it looks dead, but it's not, it's alive. Succulents and cacti don't die easily. So guys, do not water your succulents. Let them dry, be bone dry even, before you water them. Water is the number one killer, guys. Top trick that you guys should know. Succulents and cacti love the sun. They need a minimum of 4 to 6 hours of sun a day. Now, I don't like to keep my cacti or succulents, to be honest, in the house. I like to keep them outside. And I recommend that you guys do that. If you're going to get any cacti or anything, if you've got a window that has bright sunlight, fine, you can have a cacti there, you can have a succulent there. But no, cacti might do well, succulent will get leggy. Like for example this is one of my peperomia, and look, the bottom is full. But this, where I got this from, was kept where there was no light, not efficient sunlight. So what's happened? It's got leggy. It will get leggy if it is not got sufficient sunlight. That is how succulents are. See how leggy this is? Not enough sunlight. So it's reaching for the sun. So guys, tips. Another tip for you. Make sure you're giving it the right amount of sunlight. Otherwise, you're going to have some ugly plants. Tip for you guys. Make sure you have well draining soil. Look how soft that soil is. It's soft. Do not plant your succulents. And when everyone says, oh, it needs well draining soil, a lot of people don't understand that. Basically, do not use soil from your garden. Soil from your garden is rock hard. It is like, it's not well draining. Look at this. This, look, I can't even put my finger through that. This is what they mean when they say well-draining soil. Do not use soil from your garden because that is definitely not well-draining. A tip for you guys. If you have a succulent, which this isn't having problems, but if you have a succulent that is not growing right, it doesn't seem healthy, and it's flowered at the time, best thing to do, here we go, I'll show you, get rid of the flowers on it. That will save your succulent because they're putting energy into their flowers. And if it's struggling, if you see that your succulent isn't growing properly and is just not healthy, then get rid of the flowers that it's shooting out. So it doesn't give energy to the flower, it gives energy to growing and being healthy. Get rid of the flowers if you've got problems, that is. If you are repotting or want to do some clippings, always let them callus over. Most succulents need to callus over, especially if they're large like these ones, and let it callus over for 2 to 3 days. After that, pot them up and make sure you keep the soil moist. Don't pot them up and treat them like they've got roots. You need to keep the soil moist so they can root up. After they've rooted up and established themselves, then you can water them once in a blue moon. When people say, you know, don't water too often, the truth of it is it depends on where you live and how the weather is. If it's a warm sunny day and this and that is how your weather is, like me in Cyprus, water them once every 2 to 3 weeks. If you live in a cold country, I would say once a month, if that. So that's another one for you guys. Guys, if you want your succulents to grow faster, put them under a grow light. Yes, you can put plants or succulents or anything like that under a grow light and they will grow faster because they're getting the right amount of light, they're getting it at the right times, and they will. Look at this. I mean, I put this under here and it's shooting out new leaves everywhere, and the top is very full because it's getting the right amount of light. Another thing, propagation. You can put them under a light, they will grow faster and healthier, to be honest. And that's another trick for you guys. Thanks for watching. They were my top tricks and tips for you guys to have healthy, happy succulents and cacti. And I guarantee you, if you listen to all this information and you do what I say, you guys are going to be so happy, and your succulents will, and they'll be perfect. So that's it from me. Take care and see you soon. Bye.